What's going on, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about the rather interesting campaign which is going to be kicking off for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. As you guys are seeing from Call of Duty's official Instagram account, there is a little reel here talking about Call of Duty campaign early access, and we're just under 1 week away now here, guys. So that's going to be a really exciting day to look forward to. This is going to be kicking off, from what I understand, on November the 2nd. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think is, let's have a look here, Thursday of next week. So Thursday of next week is when we're going to expect to see some campaign footage, and I'm going to get you guys some gameplay of that. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. So hope you guys are all excited for that. In regards to Call of Duty Mobile, apparently rumour has it that if you pre-order any digital edition of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, you can get the Captain Price Skirmisher skin for Call of Duty Mobile. So as you guys can see, any players who pre-order any digital edition will be able to receive the Captain Price Skirmisher skin for free in Call of Duty Mobile. So how you go about claiming this? So if you haven't already, make sure you guys create or link your Activision account in Call of Duty Mobile. If you want to check that out about how you go about doing that, you just click on the little link there. I will leave this article linked down in the description for those who want to do this. Pre-order any edition of Modern Warfare 3 for your system of choice, console or PC, and it can be a standard edition of the game or the Vault edition, which has added reward benefits. When you pre-order the game, you go on step 3, which is when Modern Warfare 3 launches on November the 10th, log into Modern Warfare 3 by November 15th. Doing so will ensure that your Activision ID is accounted for to receive the Price Skirmisher skin in Call of Duty Mobile. Step 4, check your in-game mailbox in Call of Duty Mobile to redeem the Captain Price Skirmisher skin. The item will automatically be granted to your Call of Duty Mobile inventory starting November 30th. Please wait until December the 7th before reaching out to Activision support. So that's really interesting there, guys. Let me know your guys' views and thoughts of this in the comments box down below. But that's really interesting. Little addition there for those people who still like to play Call of Duty Mobile on Android and iOS. Now, most of you guys probably won't know this, but this year's Call of Duty will be the 20th anniversary, and this will basically the franchise will turn 20 years old on October the 29th, 2023. So this, if I'm not mistaken, is this Sunday. So, and just going to give you a bit of a recap on an overview of the unprecedented, unbelievable and unparalleled video game experiences across 2 remarkable decades. So basically, for those who don't know, back in 2003, Call of Duty has a long and interesting history since. Now a massive global experience synonymous with the first-person action genre today. October 29th marks a major milestone for this storied franchise as they celebrate Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, along with Activision Studios partners and developmental teams. This milestone is only possible thanks to all the teams and all developers past and present, as well as the incredible Call of Duty community like us. Whether you can play Call of Duty since October 29, 2003, I think at the time, if I'm not mistaken, I think I was, let me work this out here, 2003, I'd have been 11. So only joined us recently. We want to thank you for having been part of Call of Duty 20-year history, which will continue with the launch of Modern Warfare 3 on November 10th, the first time in back-to-back years that the franchise has released a direct sequel. So basically, for those who're not familiar with the early days of Call of Duty, I'm just going to show you this rather interesting trailer.
You know who we are?
Call me Soap.
This is Ghost.
Woods. Mason.
Farah.
Russell Adler.
Captain Price. Going dark.
Now! Everybody ready?
I just got Call of Duty.
Good start, Dad! Hell yeah! You got it!
over here. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train!
Give us the fire. We'll give them hell.
Oh my god, that was sick!
Okay guys, so want to know what you guys' thoughts of that? Let me know in the comments box down below. So basically, for those who don't know, Call of Duty started off in 2003, I beg your pardon. October 29th, that's when the very first Call of Duty came out. Basically featured the OG Captain Price, the handlebarred mustachioed soldier who looked like a lot like Captain John Price today. So I think that was one of the recent daily login rewards for Call of Duty's Modern Warfare 2 title. It was all arcade style, and obviously became an instant classic. Featured maps like Kerentan. I think that is now in Black Ops 3 as a DLC map, if memory serves. Also, there was like Harbour, which we know as Soldier Harbour in Modern Warfare 2019. Neuville, which was remade as Tarak in Modern Warfare 2. So that was really good game. Call of Duty United Offensive and Finest Hour. Now, truth be told, I've never actually played that game, but I heard it was really good back in the day, so that was really interesting to take note of. Big Red 1, again another game I didn't play, but that was really interesting from what I've been told. I heard it was a really good game. Call of Duty 3 2006, again another game I did not play, even though I wish I now had. If it starts to get remastered in any such way, I may start playing those again. But that was a really, I heard it was pretty good. I didn't actually play it, like I say. But this is when my Call of Duty career took off with the original Modern Warfare 1, back of 2007. That had collectible intel and campaign. There was a third game mode, which was arcade, for completing that campaign. Mark Dirty Mouth Rigsby was the first person to actually create a song for the end credits rap. Create a class, perk system, prestige, kill streaks. This is when basically Call of Duty took off with how we know Call of Duty today. Showdown, Strike, Vacant, Broadcast, Killhouse, Crash, Backlot. These are all remade into Modern Warfare 2019. Showdown and Strike, of course, currently in Modern Warfare 2. World at War. This is, I think, Treyarch, one of Treyarch's first games, and this is the first game that actually contains zombies. So, and that, of course, is going to be in Modern Warfare 3 in 2023. A secret mode accessible only completing the campaign or going online. Zombies is a 4-player co-op experience outside the campaign. So that was pretty good. That was a really good mode to play. Basically, there was maps such as I can never remember the names of them off the top of my head, but this featured multiplayer maps including the original Dome, Castle, Macon Day and Macon Night, or simply called Macon. So they were really good maps. Hopefully, I would love to see Macon Day and Macon Night potentially return as a remastered map. I would love to see that. Modern Warfare 2 2009. This was before the remaster, of course. There was also Spec Ops in that game. We're going to, funny enough, be playing these maps in Modern Warfare 3, of course. So you got Terminal, Scrapyard, High Rise, Quarry, Rust. Had post-launch maps including Carnival, Trailer Park. I haven't heard anything about if them two maps are going to be returning for this year's Call of Duty, but if they do, I'll get some gameplay for that as well. The very first Black Ops game. Now, I think this is where the Treyarch side really kicked off. So, basically, for those who don't know, Alex Mason alongside Frank Woods, Jason Hudson, Joseph Bowman, alongside with Victor Reznov. We learned about the Zombies Ether Ultimate storyline. Had maps including the legendary Nuketown, Firing Range, Stadium, Standoff, Summit, Array, Jungle, Grid, Drive-In, Villa, Zoo, Hazard, plus other memorable maps. Gun Game, One in the Chamber, Sticks and Stones, Sharpshooter. There were some really good mods in that. Modern Warfare 3, lots of people a little bit questionable about it, but this is probably one of the better campaigns, if I'm not mistaken. This was the basically the game where the original Soap actually did die from his wounds given to him by Makarov, but that was really interesting. Multiplayer introduced point streaks via strike packages. When using the support package, players earn streaks based on objective play and kills, similar to score streaks today. I think it had modes like Infected, Drop Zone, had up to 20 prestiges from the shop in that game, had maps like Dome, Arcadin, Hard Hat, Seatown, Resistance, which Resistance someone's actually managed to find in real life, of course. Had modes like Face Off, so the 3v3 gunfight mode. Had locales like Gulch, Boardwalk, U-Turn. I didn't really play that much Face Off, to be quite honest with you, but it also had a paintball tournament course on Scrapyard, apparently. Excuse me. Now, this was probably one of my favourite games. Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. Basically, Call of Duty's first trip to the future in the year 2025. I'm hoping that we're going to maybe see a remaster for this game in 2025, but we'll have to wait and see. This involved the villain Raul Menendez with Frank Woods on the opposition. That was a really good game. Introduced the Pick 10 system to redefine create class in Treyarch games. Had maps such as Express, which include that big long train that constantly moving around the map. Hijacked, which was that it's basically set place on a boat, similar to Shipment, but without the middle containers. Slums, Standoff, Turbine, Grind, Rush. One or two of those I still can't remember off the top of my head, but I think Standoff did get remastered, as did Slums. Zombies introduced characters like Martin Johnson, Misty, and everyone's favourite robot bus driver Ted to go on a green run or fight against other squad survivors in grief mode. Ghosts. This was, I think, the only campaign that actually left a cliffhanger, and we still don't know if this is ever going to be continued. Ghosts was reasonable. Campaign, pretty good. Multiplayer, leaves a lot to be desired, including maps like Strike Zone, Freight, Bayview, Octane, plus many others. Had guest stars at one point in the franchise as well within that. Had the co-op game mode extension, which was reasonable. I wouldn't say it was my favourite of all time. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, some people wanted a bit of a change, other people didn't. But basically, this is where we had Private Jack Mitchell in the campaign, who had to try and take down the Atlas Corporation from 2054 to 2061, apparently. So that was pretty good. It introduced Uplink, which is a variation of Capture the Flag. So that was pretty good. I loved playing that mode. I may go back to Advanced Warfare at some point in the future, but included legendary maps like Riot, Solar, which was my favourite, Biolab, Detroit, Retreat. Has also introduced Exo Zombies, where basically different zombies, or your characters had exoskeleton suits, and that was pretty good. Black Ops 3 2015, another good game. Call of Duty campaign had a player-determined character with a chosen gender, so you could customise your character how you wanted it to look. Also introduced Free Run. I think, I don't know if I've still got some gameplay here on my channel of that, but introduced 4 movement courses where you can test out your exercise, test out your abilities, if you will, across different maps, and you can test how you wanted to move around the map, that sort of thing. It was a really good mod. I think I got some really decent times on that mod as well. Had multiplayer maps such as Fringe, Combine, Redwood, which was my favourite, Stronghold, and a whimsical map Micro that shrunk specialists down for a battle on a picnic table. Micro, if you fans of Honey, I Shrunk the Audience or something like that, will probably remember that map, where everyone's literally shrunk down and all the other objects are pretty much lifelike size, so that's really interesting. Infinite Warfare, not many people like that game. Went in the future, 2187. It also introduced basically battling in space with Jackal transforming, fighting vehicles. Then I think there was a VR version of that before the game came out, which is a free VR experience. There was also Hope World in the Retribution, so you can choose what missions you can do in what order. Introduced combat rigs, introduced factions, maps including Precinct, my favourite there, Scorch, Throwback, and even a mini golf course in 4. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was another one that name escapes me. I think I played with Ali A, the YouTuber Ali A, before Fortnite came out. I was playing with him on that game. Willard Wyler, now his actor, I think, if I'm not mistaken, recently deceased. So, well, we'll have to wait and see what the future of that's going to hold, if they ever decide to bring that back for zombies. But we'll have to wait and see who's going to replace him, if anyone at all. World War II, really good game, really good campaign. Maps were really good for multiplayer as well. Introduced, of course, the very first social space, where you can basically interact with other Call of Duty community members in the headquarters, meeting Carver Butcher, who is a newer legend of the franchise, and would return for Vanguard as the quartermaster. You also introduced really legendary maps, including Ardennes Forest, USS Texas, London Docks, Valkyrie, and even a sandbox. So that was really interesting. Seasonal events, including Winter Siege, which took place over Christmas. Resistance, I can't exactly remember off the top of my head when that was for. And even a little Shamrock and R to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That was really good. It also has Easter egg quests from his first experience in the Final Reich. So very, very interesting game to play. Black Ops 4 back in 2018. Now, this was the only Call of Duty game that actually did not have a campaign. Instead, it just had, I think it was multiplayer, zombies, and something else. I can't remember what the third one was. Oh, it may have been Blackout. So basically, multiplayer maps had Arsenal, Hacienda, Contraband, Seaside. I don't remember many of those maps, to be quite honest with you, off the top of my head, but it was pretty good. Zombies had 4 maps at launch, continued on with the Ether storyline, had the Tag-to-Talk and Ether Paradox, threw themselves into the gauntlet, talking about the Chaos story, really good. Introduced for the very first time Battle Royale experience Blackout, which featured 2 maps, which also included POIs such as Nuketown, Turbine, Firing Range, as well as others for points of interest. And the other Battle Royale was Alcatraz, which is what we now know as Rebirth Island, which was based on the signature zombies maps Mob of the Dead and his sequel Blood of the Dead. So that was pretty good. Had plenty of characters, including Frank Woods and the Ultimates crew, to classic John Price from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. So Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Ted and the Replacer featured in Call of Duty advertisements. So that's really interesting there. Call of Duty Mobile, which I just mentioned about a few minutes ago. So that is still existing right now. Some people tend to play it. It was the first game to come out on mobile for Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2019 and Call of Duty Warzone 2020. That was really good. I still play Warzone today. So more gameplay to come here on the channel for that. Introduced the legendary campaign mission Clean House. So basically, for those who don't know, that was the only, I say night mission, but this introduced the CIA hero Alex Keller, the ULB leader Farah Karim, I should say, including the members of Task Force 141, Price, Ghost, Gaz and Soap. Introduced classic experiences, including the Spec Ops mode, multiplayer maps. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will probably be familiar with these by now. Had Speedball, Stadium, King, Docks, Gulag, Showers. These are all maps for the 2v2 gunfight mode. 6v6 core maps included Gunrunner, Hackney Yard, Candor Hideout, and of course Shoot House. Ground War had 32v32 players. Had all sorts of various different rewards, including the classic completionist camos for gold and platinum, along with gorgeous newcomers in Damascus and Obsidian. But at the time that it came out, Warzone had over 100 million players and 125 plus million players a year in just over a year long time frame. Really good game, guys. I'm a bit upset that Warzone 1 no longer exists, but the memories was really good here, guys. Black Ops Cold War. November 13, 2020, Know Your History, drawing people in with Pawn Takes Pawn, which was a website basically talking about how the game came about, if you will, behind the scenes, I suppose, I guess you could say. It struck a new tone with the player's character Belle, who we had a customizable background, including physiological profiles, really good character to play as. Wish I could actually change his last name, but I think you actually could during the intro sequences for every mission, but you actually couldn't change his last name, so to speak. He always went by Belle. Multiplayer also introduced Fireteam, where 40 players up to 10 squads of 4 take on each other out. Included multiplayer maps such as Checkmate, Satellite, I remember that one, Miami, which was a pretty good map, Moscow wasn't too bad, Diesel, Collateral and America, among others. It also is significant with continuing cross-progression with Call of Duty Warzone and Modern Warfare, and a franchise first that will continue with carry forward in 2023 for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Warzone itself brought all weapons and operators from Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War into Verdansk 84 alongside Rebirth, Island and Reimagining of Alcatraz. Introduced the Resurgence game mode for Warzone. The Zombies introduced the Dark Ether saga, where any operator could join Requiem to discover the Dark Ether element known as Ethereum. I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably remember that by now. Vanguard, not many people actually liked it from a game standpoint. I thought it wasn't too bad to be honest. Let me know what you guys' views and thoughts are. Introduced the first canonical Special Operations Task Force, including Lucas Riggs, Arthur Kingsley, Wade Jackson, the legendary sniper herself, Polina Petrova. Introduced multiplayer maps such as Das House, Hotel Royale, my favourite, Eagle's Nest, Gondola, Mayhem and Paradise. Introduced the very first time King of the Hill style 2v2 mode, Champions Hill. I thought it wasn't too bad. Established ranked players we know it today, developed by Trap in collab with Sledgehammer Games. It also continued on the Dark Ether storyline in Zombies. Introduced the Altar of Covenants, Perca-Colas, so that was pretty good. They welcomed Caldera, which didn't really go down well with most people in the Call of Duty community, but that's I think that was the very final large map that they actually introduced for the original Warzone. Modern Warfare 2, the current game. So basically, for those who don't know, I'll just go quickly through this here, guys. Had a record-breaking reveal of the plot of Long Beach. Pretty sure most of you guys remember that trailer by now. First up was Campaign Early Access, and introduced the first ever corridor, which came 14 years after the franchise's first original story in 141 by Banda MS, which is this trailer right here. I'm not going to go through that, but that's really interesting there. Had legendary core maps including La Casa, El Asilo, DRC Zone 1, Mercado Las Almas. I think majority of those are still in the game now. Where new modes including Knockout and Prisoner Rescue. Prisoner Rescue I really liked, Knockout not so much. Gunfight maps including Alley, Exhibit and King. King being a remaster of the King from MW 2019. Special Ops included raid episodes from 1 to 4, continuing the campaign story through Atomgrad. I have got gameplay of all of those episodes. If you guys want to check them out, you can. Call of Duty Warzone included maps such as Al Mazrah, Ashika Island and Vondel. Featured battlegrounds for modes like Battle Royale, Plunder, Lockdown, Resurgence, Ranked Play, and a game mode extraction mode called DMZ, which is a PvPvE mode, and known for maps in there called Building 21 and the Cochet Complex. So let me know what you guys' views and thoughts of this in the comments box down below. Make sure you get. Hope everyone's enjoying the Call of Duty saga so far. 20 years in a couple of days' time. Here's to 20 more and beyond. And let me know what you guys' views and thoughts are in the comments box down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so I don't miss an upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.